Welcome, everyone. This is Joe from JM Food Trips. Have you tried lechon in the Philippines? If not, you will love this video and surely will crave to eat lechon. Let's talk about lechon experience. But before that, let's find out first what is lechon de leche or cochinillo asado in Spain. Let's compare it. Spain and the Philippines both love roasted pig, but their lechon tells two different stories. Spanish cochinillo uses a young pig with incredibly tender meat and delicate crispy skin. Filipino lechon uses a larger pig, slow roasted over charcoal with herbs and spices, creating smoky flavors and the famous crunchy skin. One is a culinary tradition of Spain, the other is the heart of Filipino celebrations. Different styles, same love for amazing roasted pork. Both dishes come from the Spanish tradition of roasting pork, but they developed into different culinary experiences. The Spanish lechon de leche focuses on the natural flavor of the young pig. The meat is very soft and the skin becomes thin and crispy. It is often associated with traditional celebrations and famous roasted pork regions in Spain. While the Filipino lechon is a feast centerpiece, the slow charcoal roasting creates a smoky flavor, while the stuffing gives the meat a distinct Filipino taste. It represents hospitality, family gatherings, and celebration. The taste comparison: lechon de leche is mild, delicate, tender, and elegant, while the Filipino lechon is smoky, savory, aromatic, and festive. If you see a whole roasted pig at the table, welcome to a Filipino feast. In the Philippines, lechon is the ultimate celebration food. A whole pig is slow roasted over charcoal for hours until the skin becomes perfectly crispy and the meat stays juicy and flavorful. It's not just food, it's the centerpiece of every big gathering. From Christmas and weddings to fiestas, lechon means abundance, hospitality, and good vibes. Everyone gathers around it, and yes, everyone fights for the crispy skin. No lechon, it's not a real Filipino feast. First time seeing a whole roasted pig at a Filipino party. And I thought, is this the main event or the decoration? This is lechon, the king of Filipino celebrations. The skin is so crispy, people line up just to get the best pieces. The meat is tender, juicy, and full of flavor after hours of slow roasting. Filipinos don't just eat lechon, they celebrate around it. Everyone has their favorite part. Some want the crispy skin, others want the juicy meat. Now, I understand why Filipinos say, if there's lechon, the party is officially started. First time seeing Filipino lechon, I couldn't believe this was actually a dish, a whole roasted pig on the table. The first bite was a surprise. The skin was incredibly crispy, like the best crunchy snack, while the meat underneath was soft, juicy, and full of flavor. Now I understand why Filipinos wait for the crispy skin. I thought I would only try one piece, but somehow I kept coming back for more. This is not just food, it's an experience. Now I know why Filipinos say, when there's lechon, the celebration has truly begun. Lechon is one of the most iconic dishes in the Philippines, a whole roasted pig known for its crispy skin, balat, and juicy, flavorful meat. It's often considered the star of the feast at celebrations. What makes lechon special? Whole pig roasted on a spit over charcoal for hours. Skin becomes super crispy, like chicharron. Meat inside stays tender and juicy. Stuffed with herbs like lemongrass, tanglad, garlic, onions, and spices. Some famous lechon regions in the country: Cebu and Davao, known as the best lechon in the country, no sauce needed. Manila, often served with liver-based lechon sauce. La Loma, famous lechon capital, with many lechon shops. When do Filipinos eat lechon? Lechon is usually served during birthdays, weddings, Christmas and New Year, fiestas, barangay celebrations. How it's served: chopped into pieces, crispy skin plus meat, eaten with liver sauce, sweet savory dip, vinegar with chili and garlic. Any leftovers, it turns into lechon paksiw, stewed in vinegar and sauce, and lechon sisig. The cultural meaning: lechon isn't just food, it's a symbol of celebration, abundance, and hospitality. There's a lechon, it means extravagant celebration and all visitors are welcome. What does Filipino lechon taste like? Lechon has a unique combination of textures and flavors that makes it famous in the Philippines. The skin. The first thing people notice is the crispy, crunchy skin. It has a rich roasted flavor, almost like a premium version of pork crackling. The meat. Underneath the skin, the pork is usually tender, juicy, and savory. The slow roasting allows the flavors from the stuffing, like lemongrass, garlic, and spices, to blend into the meat. The aroma. The smell is a big part of the experience, smoky charcoal, roasted pork, and herbs coming together. The flavor depends on the region. Cebu-style lechon, known for deeply seasoned meat and often enjoyed without sauce. Manila-style lechon, commonly paired with sweet and savory liver sauce. First bite of Filipino lechon, wow, the skin is unbelievably crispy, while the meat inside is juicy, tender, and packed with smoky flavor. The herbs and spices give it a unique taste you won't forget. Now I understand why Filipinos call lechon the king of celebrations. When expats and foreigners visit the Philippines, one food always catches their attention: a whole roasted pig called lechon. Many first-time visitors are amazed by the presentation: a whole pig, beautifully roasted, with a golden, crispy skin and a delicious aroma. The first bite usually surprises them. The skin is crunchy, while the meat is tender and flavorful. Some expats say it's one of the most memorable Filipino foods they've ever tried. They love how lechon brings everyone together around the table during fiestas, weddings, and family celebrations. Lechon is not just a meal, it's a Filipino tradition that lets visitors experience the warmth and hospitality of the Philippines. Lechon isn't just food in the Philippines, it's the centerpiece of every major celebration. When a whole roasted pig is placed on the table, it instantly signals that the occasion is special, festive, and worth celebrating big. Why lechon is the star of every feast? A whole roasted pig is a symbol of abundance and prosperity in the Philippines. Slow roasted for hours until crispy skin and juicy meat. Visually impressive when placed at the center of the table. It represents Filipino hospitality. Guests are meant to share it. If there's lechon, expect a large gathering and a full feast called handaan. The feast experience: the lechon is carved in front of guests. Everyone rushes for the crispy skin, the best part, served with rice, dipping sauces, and other Filipino dishes. Leftovers turn into favorites like lechon paksiw. What is the cultural meaning of it? Lechon represents celebration, used only for important events. Abundance, having enough to share. Togetherness, meant to be enjoyed as a group. The simple truth: in the Philippines, a feast without lechon feels incomplete, but with it, the celebration becomes unforgettable. Step by step, how Filipino lechon is roasted, traditional style. 1. Preparing the pig. The pig is cleaned and prepared for roasting. The skin is cleaned carefully because it will become the famous crispy part. The pig is usually seasoned before cooking. 2. Adding the flavorful stuffing. Common ingredients placed inside the pig includes lemongrass, tanglad, garlic, onions or shallots, spices, and herbs. These ingredients give the meat a rich aroma while it cooks. 3. Securing on the spit. The pig is placed on a long bamboo or metal spit. The body is secured so it can rotate evenly over the fire. 4. Slow roasting over charcoal. The pig is roasted over hot charcoal for several hours. It is turned continuously to cook all sides evenly. The heat slowly renders the fat, helping create the crispy skin. 5. Watching the skin. The cook carefully monitors the heat. Too much heat can burn the skin before the inside is cooked. The goal is a golden, crispy outer layer with tender meat inside. 6. Final rest and carving. After roasting, the lechon is allowed to rest briefly. It is then carved and served as the centerpiece of the feast. The Filipino lechon tradition is not just about cooking a pig, it's about patience, family, celebration, and sharing a special meal together. Are you now craving for lechon? I am too. If you are new to this channel, please like, subscribe, and share below. If you want more food trips and adventure, click the video next to me. Join me in the next video. Thank you.